Hey, how you doing? This is SEIJIHITO here to bring you another live stream. Yo, Mahoko, what is up? What is up? What is up? So, technically going off of the heels of one of the previous live streams I did where I had some people wanting to pull up to the scene and tell me that, yeah, Seji, you need to just focus on the men. Don't say nothing and focus specifically on women. I could not specifically go in as I wanted to, which I normally would do, because as I told people before, I as I do content, my mom, every now and again, because of the love and support, she normally comes through. And I knew she was there and I could not specifically go in the way that I wanted to. So I'm like, no problem. So what we're going to do here today is we're in a sense going to go directly for a villain arc, right? And I already technically recorded a video for this, but I felt the need to do a live stream. Yo, what is up, Sham? What is up? What is up? And I specifically wanted to again go over what it is that needs to be specifically talked directly about, right? And as you can clearly see directly by the title, she chased after a lying married man, right? Basically, she played a stupid game and she won a very stupid prize. And this is something that I talked about for the longest time possible. And every time I talk about it, I have fields of women come directly up, and they always tell me like, "Yo, Seji, but what about the guy? What about the guy? What about the guy?" And again, there's not much I can say. If the dude is trash, the dude is trash. I can't elaborate anymore. I have to specifically focus in on the fact of women always state that they get left with the kid, that, that they're never loved, that they're always discarded, that they have to go through so many things emotionally, internally, the changes that their body go through, the chemical imbalances, them now being a single mother, having to, raise a kid, and so on and so on and so on. So I'm focused specifically on the main ones who state that they have, more than a world's problem to bear, right? And as I've stated before, the main thing is to look at the problem. What is the causation? Dissect that and to come through directly with a solution. But obviously, you got a lot of people that are not about that life. So we're going to look at quite a few videos, and we're going to talk about it, right?
So let me tell y'all how I've been in the hospital 5 days, and this man ain't came and seen me not one time, y'all. Well, just the backstory. I'm pregnant by a married man, and we've been dealing with each other for what, 6, 7 years. And the whole time we was messing with each other, he kept telling me he gonna leave his wife, and da da da. Keep in mind, I done had like 4 abortions with him, y'all. 4 abortions. And we had the abortion because every time he had the abortion, so we kept having abortions because he kept telling me, like, before I have a baby, he wants us to be married. So remember, he said he was gonna leave his wife. So I'm thinking, like, okay, we're gonna keep having abortion, like he gonna divorce her soon and we gonna get married. So this time I got pregnant, I'm telling him, like, I'm not aborting, so how long is it gonna be till you divorce your wife? So y'all, I've been in the hospital, like I said, 5 days, and he hasn't been up here not one time. I've been blowing him up, y'all. He ain't been answering the phone. So I'm thinking about reaching out to the wife, like, I don't think she know about me, y'all. Like, it's been 6 years, but I don't think she know about me. So I'm thinking about reaching out to her and telling her that I'm pregnant. And I'm in the hospital because he need to be up here. What y'all think I should do? Y'all think I should call her? Or I'm up here losing my mind. I feel like he need to be up here supporting me. I don't care that he's married. Like, we practically married. Like, we've been dealing with each other for a long time. And I don't know why he hasn't divorced her yet. Y'all think he not leaving her? At this point, I'm thinking he not leaving her. Because why he ain't divorced her yet? And why he not up here with me? Tell me what y'all think I should do.
And the funniest thing is people get mad at me when I talk about these videos and I bring these topics up. because you have folks out there. It's the man, it's the man. Again, we've already stated, we already know that the dude is trash, right? So for the general consensus out there, because I don't want nobody to start getting sidetracked, right? We all know as a general consensus the dude was stupid, right? He's risking everything just to sit up there and do this. He's going to be the biggest loser at the end of the day. His time, his money, everything. So again, there's nothing really more to sit up there and say. He's going to have to sit up there and deal with that. Now, again, dealing with the woman here, you specifically stated that you knew that he initially lied. You found out that he lied, right? Cool. You should have dipped off then. But then you're like, you lied, but for whatever reason, I'm still attracted. We should still sit up there and give this. Oh, wait, you telling me that you got a bridge to sell me? It's only $10. I don't need like a land deed or anything like that. I just give you, the $10 and the bridge is all mine. Cool. It's sold. She bought a bridge. She didn't care about no paperwork, aka the divorce papers. If the dude was actually going to divorce his wife, he would have been divorced her. He would have already been divorced. You bought something and you didn't even look at anything. You didn't even inquire about the details. You just stupidly went off of the words. And then to make it even worse, not only did you just do that, which makes you an accomplice to the cheating, like you technically would have been innocent in a sense if it was just a lie, right? If it was just a lie, just based off of the dude initially lying to you, you would have been completely clean. Everybody would have had an understanding. But you went directly with the lie being stupid. Being stupid. And the craziest part, guys, is that going through, because y'all going to see it a little bit later on, going directly through it, this is the same exact person that then want to turn around in videos and try to say that men are not ish. Men are not worth anything. And I want to mind you that she has a history of dealing with guys just like this. So I'm a little bit confused on if you have an expertise of dealing with liars, how is it that you still get caught up with liars? I don't understand. I don't understand how this works. Like, you got an expertise in this. You should be able to see this coming, a whole nother galaxy away, but somehow we still end up here, and you end up with a guy who doesn't want to be with you, and you still allow him to get you pregnant. And not only that, you allowed a married man to get you pregnant multiple times. And then you thought this final time, I'm not going to do that. So I'm basically going to force your hand. So I'm going to have this baby. You force yourself. This is what I want a lot of women to understand. You have a lot of these women out here that will try to force the hand of men like this, knowing that that is not going to actually work. Out of all of the guys that you could potentially lay down and have kids with that are single, that are well-to-do, that have a standard issue job, that will actually be forthcoming and honest directly with you, it's baffling to me how women out here will continuously vie for the attention and to decide to procreate and have children with guys who are already in a relationship or a marriage with another woman. That baffles me. That right there needs to be studied. And to know the fact that you know that this dude is in a relationship with another woman and you're still chasing after him, that needs to be studied. Like, this is crazy. At no point in time, if you are this type of person, could you ever sit up there and talk negatively about men, because you are of or around the same energy that the men that you attract. If the men are no good, you are no good. This is the same thing that I've been saying on this platform for the longest time possible. But people always want to try to debate me. People always want to try to go back and forth. People never want to sit up there and give accountability to the women out here that continuously do stupid stuff like this and then get online and try to do the tiny violin to always try to play victim. This is ridiculous. This makes no sense. And you still got women looking through a social media. You got, prayers up for you. I feel so sorry for you. Yeah, these men ain't nothing. This, that, and the third. Y'all not going to give no accountability to her that she decided to. But let's continue. Let's just continue.
Hey y'all, I know y'all been waiting on me to respond. I have been too busy healing, dealing with a newborn, so I have not had time to respond to y'all. Anyhow, I'm gonna go live later where y'all can ask me whatever questions y'all want to ask me. And I am going to do a part 4 because a lot transpired from part 3. Well, part 2. I have to give y'all the update as far as the wife, the husband. So I'm going to do that later. I'm currently taking out my hair. But I will go live and answer some questions. Because a lot of people want to know, when did I find out he was married? And like I said, I don't want to sound insensitive when I say, like, I don't owe anybody no loyalty. I really don't. That's the truth. I really don't. But it really annoys me. Like, I really made my post. I made my post like I was just in the hospital in my feelings. And I just made my post. I did not know, like, that post was going to go crazy like that. And people was going to be, like, so mad. And it's funny because, like, married men cheat every day. Like, so it's like people dragging me. And when I say I'm the innocent bystander, like, it's like when I met him, it's not like I went out looking for a married man. Like, so obviously I didn't know he was married. Yeah, I dealt with him for a long time, but when I first met him, I did not know he was married. So let's clear that. So that's what I mean by I'm the innocent bystander. Because when I met him, I did not know he was married. Yes, I eventually found out. Which I'm going to tell y'all how I found out. But I'm going to do another video because I'm finna drive and I can't talk and drive. But yeah, y'all.
Yo, talking, what is up? You said peace, said you in chat, happy New Year's. Want to send you a link that you may find interesting. How can I do this? You can send it directly to the Discord. If you have the link to the Discord, if any of the mods would be so kind to throw that link directly in the comment section, so that he could do that and I could get that link there. So shout out to Talking Ish for we want to round that up to the $5 dono to the channel. Much love, respect, and appreciation. Happy New Year's and Merry Xmas to you, or Happy Festivus for the rest of us, depending on what it is that you celebrate. Much love, much love. So again, you clearly heard this is the second time that she said that she found out. And after she found out, she still decided to have consensual relations with this dude unprotected. Now, I want to also note to a lot of people here the dangers of this, right? If the dude has already, he's married, he has a woman, probably a family. If he lied directly to the woman that he's married to, and then he's lying to you, what then makes you think that he was ever truthful to begin with? Right? And the dangers within that basically means that you're giving your body over to somebody who you don't know is even safe or not. It's already dangerous as it is, right? But you are freely, as a woman, consensually, after finding out the lie and now going with the lie, you are freely giving over your body to a liar, opening yourself up to viruses, incurable ones at that. And as you saw directly in the video, she wanted to say, what? Oh, I'm the victim. I'm the innocent bystander. You can't make this up. Like, it's like this is wild. And this is what I talk about all the time. How are you innocent if you decide to walk with the guy who's lying directly to you? You're walking with the lie. And then you want to turn around, going back to this video here. Now you want to turn around after he didn't basically threw you away. He didn't come visit you after you spent, 5, days in a hospital. Mind you, in the clip that I actually posted for you guys. Let me see if I actually got that. Yeah. And this clip that I posted for you guys, this is her in the hospital. Right? This is her in the hospital. She had to go back to the hospital, 2 hospitals, in fact, and she had to get surgery to remove a blood clot or blood clots. So if anybody wants to always wonder why it is, yo, Seiji, why do you always go so hard on the women and this? Because y'all got the most to sit up there and deal with. Blood clots can sit up there and take lives. That can cause a whole host of problems. Men don't have to sit up there and deal with that. Women do. Women are the ones that put their bodies on the line. Women are the ones that have to get the surgeries. Women are the ones that have to go through the metamorphosis. Women are the ones that have to go through the childbearing and potentially losing their lives. So I'm going to sit up there and go hard on the ones that have the utmost to lose, because obviously you're not going to go hard for yourself. And that's just a fact. Obviously, you don't care that much about yourself. You care more about somebody who ain't even risking nothing. They don't got nothing on the board. And you're like, oh, Seji, you need to sit up there and go hard on the man for what? Because whatever he did, he's going to sit up there and replicate multiple times. What am I supposed to sit up and do about that? I can't do anything about that. The only thing that I can do is go directly to the source that is able to, deal with all of this stuff that currently goes on with women, which are the women. Y'all go through the hospitals, y'all go through the surgeries, y'all go through the blood clots, y'all got to take the medications, y'all might even have to sit up there and take psychotropics, depending on the chemical imbalances that directly go on. Like I said, y'all have the utmost risks when dealing with this, opening up your body to potential viruses, incurable ones, and all the other type of stuff. So I'm going to go the hardest on the ones that have the most to lose and the most to risk. What the man has to risk what? Time and money? Oops, okay. he can sit up there and get that back, getting like 2 to 3 jobs, or looking up on a lottery or a lawsuit or something like that. You can't get your body back once you lose it. You can't get your life back once you lose it. Right? You can't get your sanity back as a woman once it's gone from going through pregnancy. It's over. So it's like it's crazy to me again when you try to bring these topics directly up, and you got women out here that just don't want to listen, and women just think, let me just listen to other women because they know better. No, they don't, because a lot of other women out here are stupid because they're doing the exact same stupid things. This is why you got echo chambers, because you got a lot of women that's like, we're just going to all be in here making the exact same mistakes 99 different times. Somebody should have wrote a book. A lot of these women got daughters. And the craziest part is we're going to get into a video where the young girl, she's going to explain a relationship of something that I touched on before that seemingly, for whatever reason, is not a large conversation or a loud conversation online, which deals with the mother and the daughter relationship. And the reason that I have to bring that up as a content creator, as a man, is because specifically on one of my live streams, for any of my moderators or people that have been here long enough, I had a conversation with a mother that specifically has a preference in men, and I told her she had a preference, and she said that she didn't have one. I'm like, all right, hold my beer. I went through each of the 3 relationships that she was in, 2 of which that she got out of. The third one she was still currently in and dealing with the exact same issues as the other men. Right, either one was physically abusive, right, with other addictions. The other one was probably mentally abusive with other addictions. And the third one was pretty much a combination of both. And, they actually had a knockdown drag out. But because she basically won in that bout, that was the last time he supposedly put hands directly on her. And she was specifically asking me and my moderators, because I had moderators up there during the time I had Qatar and I had Light directly up there. Both 2 are Black women who successfully escaped abusive relationships. And she was trying to ask, like, yo, how do I get my daughter away from her abusive boyfriend? And the mother, again, who specifically has a history of picking out these types of dudes because of the mentality and because of the way that she lived her life and how her daughter was able to view that. This is why the daughter copied and went into those exact same relationships and found quote unquote love, aka trauma bonding, with those types of men, because she was modeling her life after her mother. So again, for the women out here that always want to go and have this back and forth directly with me, at least I've actually tried to have conversations out here. I've had moderators that have tried, women who have successfully gotten out of, these types of situations, relationships, all to have a woman who is trying to seek help to help her daughter laugh directly in their faces. The amount of anger that I had and rage, where you're coming directly to us and you're seeking help. You're inquiring about information. But you yourself, as the woman, as the leader for that young girl, your daughter, you failed her. But this is when a lot of people want to sit up there and say, but oh, Seji, what about the father? The father, the father. The father's not going to sit up there. The father didn't lead that girl. The father is invisible. He's not there. He probably was never even present. The father did not lead that girl into those relationships with those types of guys. The mother did. Because the girl, the young girl, the daughter, she was there around the mother, watching the types of men that the mother selectively chose. It wasn't that the guys chose her. She chose those guys. But still, with these conversations, people would say, "What? Well, Seji, it's the man's fault at the end of the day. The man is the head. If the man would actually lead, how about if people would actually lead themselves to where it is that they want to be in life? How about that one? How about if people would actually deliver themselves from these negative situations so that they could actually be prosperous? How about that? So that their children actually got a better chance of survival. How about that one? Because it's crazy to me that I can give proof to anything that I talk about, and there's still somehow, some way, somebody that wants to just talk just to talk, somebody that just wants to be argumentative. I can give as many solutions as I want to sit up there and give, and people still want to talk. And then turn around and ask me, well, since you got this platform, why don't you give us solutions? Why don't you give us this? I've been doing this for years. People still don't want to listen. And this is why a lot of people out here are still the failures, the same failures that they've always been. Because you think that you're too good for other people to give you information, because you think you know what is best for yourself. And this is why you continuously put yourself in the same failure type of situations that you're still consistently in. That's some crazy work. That's some crazy work. Like I said, this is why I understand why a lot of dudes out here basically say that there's no help for a lot of women directly out here. This is why I understand. Because no matter, you can try as you might as a guy who legitimately cares, but even if you care, that doesn't speak to or come across to a lot of women out here. It comes as though that, oh, you just hate us. You just want something bad to say. Why don't you just fixate on the men that want to do this to us? Like, we're just the victims in this. It's the men that are the perpetrators every single. So we're going to sit up there and blame the man. We're going to blame the married man for this whole situation here. When this woman was scot-free, didn't have no connections really with this dude, she could have dipped out at any moment once she found out the truth. We're still going to sit up there and be like, the married man is at fault. They both trash. And I can say that they both trash equally, and somebody will still try to, well, the woman is actually a little bit less trash than the guy, because the guy, he's the one that's married. It's baffling out here, man. It's baffling, but we're going to continue with this one.
The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message.
I just want you to know that me and your kid, been sitting up here for 2-3 hours waiting on taxi when you could have been came and got me. Well, got us. I know y'all sick of me coming to y'all about my problems. My lips are super dry. I've been in the hospital since the 16th. I'm finally getting out today. But let me tell y'all how this, he finally came and saw me, but now he went ghost again. He was supposed to be coming picking me and the baby up. I ain't had nobody to come get me and my baby. This told me he was gonna pick us up. I've been calling him since this morning, letting him know that I was being discharged. And see, this is the problem I have. He feel like he can pick and choose when he wants to deal with me, and that's the problem. So he called himself being mad about the video, but you're not gonna keep thinking you can pick and choose when you want to deal with me. That's not how this works. Mind you, y'all so mad at me. Like, when I first started dealing with him, I didn't know he was married. Y'all always want to be mad at the female instead of being mad at the man. I'm not married. I don't owe anyone any. So y'all want to be mad at me? I'm just the innocent bystander. Like I said, I did not know he was married when I first met him.
Brother.
Yes, I know now, but it is what it is. Too much of my time has been invested, and too much of his time has been invested. So I'm not going to leave him alone now. And just because he hasn't left her yet does not mean he's not going to leave her.
What?
We just going through this rough patch like every couple do. He probably going to come see me later when I get home. And we going to talk about it. And yeah, like, so y'all can stay mad. I don't care. Really.
What?
Honestly. That's why I haven't even like commented back to anybody, because nothing y'all say is gonna make me leave him alone. And nothing y'all say is gonna make him leave me alone.
Can't nobody tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. She got up on here and said that, you know what, realistically, y'all are y'all more mad at me than being mad at the guy, but realistically he isn't problematic, and so much so he's not problematic is that I'm not really mad at him. We're just going through like a rough patch. Yeah, he lied to me, but he still wants to be with me. He's still going to be with me. We're going to sit up there and talk about this later. The real problem is y'all sitting up there being worried about it. Y'all being concerned about it. Y'all saying this. Brother, you brought it online. This is what I be talking about with women. She has zero accountability. This is wild. You can see, like I said, can't nobody tell me that. This is in 4K. This is in 4K. She opened her mouth and said, "It's like, yeah, I found out about later that he was married." How far later, man? You didn't said that you didn't got rid of a multitude of of kids 4 times, 3 to 4 times. Because he sat up there and told you that I'm going to sit up there, divorce my wife. It's a work in progress. Litigation. Paperwork, money. I got to resituate myself, and I got to find myself, and I got to just make sure everything is good there. Before I do the divorce to get the paperwork done. I got to save up some money. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was making a lot of excuses. I'm pretty sure he was making a lot of that man must be able to weave a lot of tall tales. And you said that he saw the TikTok. So this leads me to believe that you still didn't sit up there and tell the woman. See, this is the other problem that I got with women, right? A lot of women will sit up there and say that, okay, the married man is a problem, right? All right, cool. We can establish that. That's the concrete, that we're going to lay that as the base, the foundation, right? The married dude is a problem, right? So you as the person that is walking across that foundation, and you might be able to see that, there's some cracks here. This is not really stable. There might be a pothole there. So instead of you initially trying to report and tell that there's a problem to whoever laid down this foundation, you're just going to let it be. You're just going to let it sit there. Basically meaning that this woman here, all the time, all of the mouth that she's been having for about 2 videos at least, where she said that, what do y'all think? Should I sit up there and tell the wife? Should I get in contact with her? This, that, and the third. You want to get into you want to get in contact with the wife emotionally, right? Because you're hurt. So therefore, you want somebody else to put that hurt directly on. And thereby, by way of doing that, you're then also hurting him. But realistically, that's not going to do anything to him, because he's just going to figure something out and just do whatever it is that he normally does. And you're just going to be still stuck in a situation with a child that is fatherless, because you decided to sit up there and deal with a bum, knowing the fact that he is a bum. And you still, within knowing that he's a bum and an abandoner, you still decide that, oh, I still love him. He's still the best one for me. We got too much time invested. You got even more time than that when it deals with your lifespan, but you opt to not look at that. And you're like, you know what? I just sat up there and wasted two or whatever years with this dude, and 9 months, and had this child. I'm still going to deal with him. You're stupid. You're 100% stupid. And then to make it worse, this is the same woman that is, before the married guy, she's already going through court proceedings dealing with child support from another guy. So this lets you know. This lets you know that this is just internal behavior, that this is what it is. And I also want to speak directly to the women here. This is what it looks like when a lot of mothers are not in their daughters' lives. This is what it looks like when you are not in your daughter's life, when you want to be a best friend, when you want to be a girlfriend, when you want to be everything else but a parental unit, but a guardian, somebody who sets barriers, judge, jury, and executioner. When you as a woman, as a mother, decide that you want to be everything else but that, this is what it looks like. This is what it comes out to be. Your daughter is going to go out there and get pregnant multiple times. She's going to model her behavior off of what it is that you do specifically and how it is that you yourself as a grown woman chooses men. But let's move past the married guy, right? Let's go back before that and look at this video.
I hate that I even have to deal with a deadbeat. It really annoys my soul because I've been going through a custody case for the last 3.5 years. My sperm donor hasn't seen my child, hasn't brought anything, hasn't like completely just absent, right? So we finally just got a temporary order where he got supervised visitation. Yeah, we had our first visit last weekend, and the other visit is like, so they do it every other weekend. This canceled a visitation already, already. We just got the order. He just had a visit last week for 2 hours. Mind you, the visits are 2 hours. It's in the morning. And they just emailed me saying he canceled the second visit already. Mind you, this goes back to me saying I haven't done no school supplies, no clothes, no shoes, like for the last 4 years. You been sitting in these people's courtrooms saying, oh, I want to see my baby. Oh, she preventing me from seeing my baby, which has been a lie. But you done canceled a visit already. Like that pisses me off because it's like if you don't want to be a dad, just like leave me and my baby alone. Like go live your life, like, and leave us the alone because she's good. Like, you know, my kids are good. It really irritates my soul because these be so pathetic and ain't like. And then I'm asking them, I'm like, oh, is there a reason why it was canceled? They're like, oh, we can't tell you. Just like vice versa, we couldn't tell him if you canceled. Like, he's just pitiful. Pitiful. Ain't and pitiful.
So let me just pause right there before we continue. Obviously the dude doesn't want to deal with you, and he doesn't want to deal with the situation. More than likely, just like with the married dude that you decided that you wanted to get rid of, other kids about a good 4 times, you probably did the same thing here. You're more than likely sitting up there leaving it out because you like to treat that program like Skittles. And that's another thing that I talked about before, how a lot of women, when they regret or when they make a mess up, they want to sit up there and do this 99 different times. And then when their body is messed up, and then it's very hard for them to actually have kids, or they have other problems, right? When it deals with them being able to get pregnant, they want to sit up there and blame the man. Nah, it's you being foolish and stupid, because nobody's telling you as a grown woman who has you're fully autonomous. No man has control over your body or anything. Nobody's telling you to lie down unprotected with these dudes directly out here. Like, how does this still happen? Like, this is what I be talking about. I can sit up and say all day long that dudes are stupid. Dudes do a lot of stupid things. So in comparison, that means that women should be smarter than men. But that is not what I see on social media. That's not what I see online. That's not what I see when I look on women's pages and they want to sit up there and go through and complain about men. I see this exact same complaint. Women getting pregnant by dudes that they knew initially did not even care about them, and they laid down with these exact same dudes unprotected. Where's the intuition at? Where is the spider sense? You got all the spider sense in the world when it deals with a decent dude, a dude holding down 2 jobs, a dude barely sitting up there making it, and all this other type of stuff. But then when it deals with the dude that's actually bad for your health, that's bad for your living, bad for your lifespan, bad for any situations dealing with you as a woman, magically is broken. The God-given innate ability that the universe blessed you with, seemingly it clocked out. It needs batteries. You gotta be kidding me, man. And then you got the nerve to sit up there and say that all the men that you deal with are trash. Ma'am, you are the dumpster. If every man is trash, where you are the trash receptacle. Where do you think trash goes? When we need to get rid of trash on the streets, where do we sit up there and put it? We put it in a trash bag. We put it in a dumpster, some type of receptacle. We put it in a trash can. That is you. You are what you attract. Because I've yet to hear in any of these videos that she said that she respects herself. She values herself. She has knowledge of self. I have yet to hear or get an inkling of any of that. But whatever I heard, she want to sit up there and badmouth men, and she also wants to badmouth specifically the men that she has been with. AKA lack of accountability for any decisions that she decided to make as an able-bodied woman. This is what I be talking about. But people still come through. Oh, men are the problem. Men are the problem. No, brother. No. If you as a woman keep continuously to have unprotected relations with a lot of these dudes out here that you know do not mean you well. Your family's told you, your mother's told you, your father told you, your brother told you, your best male friends told you, your gay male friends told you, your sisters told you, your lesbian sister told you, the Walking Dead told you, people from the grave, from the ancestral plane told you, Jesus and God told you, but you still decided to do this. You are the problem. You can't blame nobody else. And I done seen umpteen times women getting all types of signs. Jesus would sit up there and send not even a life raft, not even a Titanic. He would send another planet with a whole holographic sign saying, don't be with and date this guy. And women are like, I'm still going to chance it. You're stupid. You're stupid. You're 100% stupid. It took me so long to sit up there and get to the point of not having any sympathy for these situations because I have a long-standing understanding of how women will put themselves in these situations. And this is coming from a guy who has been in the friend zone. I've known a lot of women, heard a lot of women. They'd be like, yo, Seji, hey, we went to high school together, and it's great to sit up there and see you and yada yada yada, but I really wish more, the type of things that you do, and I wish more guys are like you. That's the most backhanded compliment. That's the most backhanded compliment that you can sit up there and get to somebody. That just lets me know that you just make the wrong choices. Whatever I am is good enough, but it's not good enough for me to actually be in a relationship with you. You want some of the qualities that I have in the wrong men that you like to sit up there and go for. That's the I need women to get it. I need women to really pick themselves up and to really fix themselves. Just to be honest, y'all got a lot of work. All the times I hear online that women sit up there and say that, yo, man, y'all need to start working on this and that and all this other type of stuff. And y'all need to, a lot of women out here need to work on self-love, value, and knowledge of self. Y'all need to sit up there and pick up y'all respect, because the bar is in hell. Just to be real, just to be honest, for a lot of women out here, when it deals with y'all respecting yourselves and valuing yourselves, that bar is in hell. And y'all can't tell me no difference. Because like I said, I can look at the beauty industry and that reads a lot. I can look at the surgical industry. That reads a lot. Numbers do not lie. People lie, but numbers do not lie. I can look at the driving force behind a lot of these industries, because a lot of folks out there do not actually fully love themselves. And that's just facts. Can't run from that. But let's continue.
Like, you have one visit. Mind you, one visit he was late. Like, mind you, he had the option where he could have brought my baby a gift. Didn't bring. You're just pathetic. Pathetic and ain't no good. Like, these make excuses for. It's so sad and I'm sick of it. And I just had to come on here and tell y'all, like, cause I be needing to vent because certain just piss me off. Like, kind of like I said, they just emailed me saying that he canceled the visit. You haven't even did a month worth of visits and you cancel already. And you haven't saw this child that you've been dying to see, that you've been fighting for, that you've been like, you know, like, oh my God, her mom has been keeping, like, you know, even though, like I said, it's all been a lie. But it's like, this what I be talking about. This is what I be talking about. Mind you, y'all, I'm the most chill baby mama. I don't ask for shit. So even now, like, we've been going through this custody case for almost 4 years, and I haven't asked for not one thing. Like, all I did was open a child support case, y'all. I opened a child support case. 2 months later, he's fighting me for custody. Like, typical deadbeat, typical when they don't want to pay child support. So it's like, you've been telling the world that you've been fighting to see this child. Oh, I want to see my baby. Oh, this and that. Which I already knew it was. But see, people that don't know the real, they don't know that. But I knew it was bull.
So shout out to who was this? Marie from the previous live stream. You decided to pop up and you wanted to sit up there and say stop talking about women. Why is that? I'm not even sure if somebody might have packed her up by now, but I'm just asking a question. Why is it out of everything that I set up there and said and was able to show, you're still coming up in defense for this woman? You got to be kidding me. You gotta be, you gotta be kidding me. You can't be serious. You gotta be a bot at this point in time. At this juncture, you got to be a bot. You have to be AI because you cannot be that stupid. You cannot be that stupid to pull up to the scene after I done played 3 videos where this person has told you that she is at fault but won't admit fault. You can't be that stupid to defend stupidity, but maybe you can. Maybe you can. You know, I want to try to give you the benefit of the doubt to say that you're a bot, to say that you're AI. That's just the easier route to sit up there and do because of, where we are, and with technology in the world at this moment in time. But I know that you have a lot of people literally this stupid as Marie, if not worse. That's wild. That's 1000% wild. And then she stated herself that she knows that, oh yeah, Mo said the yeah, straight birds. Nothing but birds out here. Nothing but birds out here. But what was funny, because now I can sit up and take Marie off clown work. She said that everything that the guy is stating is straight BS, and she knew it. So if you know that he speaks BS and he speaks BS-anese, then you knew that he was BS from the get-go. But you still decided to lay down and procreate and create a child directly with him, putting you in these circumstances where you got to go back and forth in court. And now at the end of the day, the child has to be the main one to suffer. That's the only one that I feel sorry for. Kids are a very beautiful thing. Kids are a very precious thing that should be protected, should be nurtured. Children should not have to sit up there and deal with this. And for able-bodied adults to still be walking around and doing this is crazy. 100%. 100%. This is why I agree with one of the people that said that you should be required to take classes and have a license in order to have kids. Technically, I'm with it. Like I said, because something needs to be done in order to stop a lot of things like this from taking place. Because at the end of the day, for me, this is a waste of resources. This is a waste of resources because it's not going to make putting the dude on child support is not going to make him want to go see the child or whatnot or whatever. It's not going to facilitate anything. Like, and then she also herself, she said, hey, I don't actually even need them. And I've heard this multiple times from women online who be sitting up there crying about having to raise a child by themselves. They're like, oh, my kid's good. We got everything we sit up there and need. We don't actually need the money. So why are you putting them on child support? So you don't need the money. So you're doing it just to get back at them. You're doing it for emotional reasons, not for logical reasons, Not because you need to pay bills, not because it makes it easier, not because you're going to save it for a college fund. You're doing it for emotional reasons because you feel a certain type of way. So because you feel a certain type of way and he left you in that manner, you want to emotionally or financially put a burden and hurt directly on him. So realistically, I'm looking at quote unquote. I'm looking at I'm not even going to say that she's a woman. I'm looking at somebody that's supposed to be an adult that's still a child, because everything that you're doing is for emotional reasons. Just like how she threw this dude on child support for emotional reasons. Just like how now she wants to, I want to sit up there and tell the wife that you've been sitting up there seeing me and in this relationship and we got a kid together. You want to do it for emotional reasons. Because again, if you were actually real, if you were a real woman, right? If you were an honest woman, as soon as you initially found out that he lied to you, you would have did just then, you would have sat up there and told her, but you didn't do it. So what's the use of sitting up there telling her now? She probably already knows who that dude is. She just lets it go because I guess maybe he might be facilitating things at the home. Maybe he's paying directly for the home, the larger brunt of the bills or whatnot or whatever. So it's pretty much easier for her. And she might be off skating and doing her own thing, because that does happen. That does happen. It's just the fact that a lot of women out here who are married don't want to know. They know, but they don't want to just like visibly see it. They're fine with it just being in the darkness where only she knows and nobody else knows, or supposedly nobody else knows. It gets to that point of like, okay, now I'm embarrassed. It's like, yeah, I did know about it, but now it's embarrassing because now everybody, the whole world can sit up there and see it instead of technically just us knowing what's going on internally. Right? Because now you're on Front Street and you got to be accountable for certain stuff. Right? So now it's pulling you outside of your comfortability zone. And now you got to, do some performative things. Like I said, it's crazy, man. Like it's this is just ridiculous. That is wild. Wait, I'm confused. You said that dude complaining to you is those type of low life Ray YNs that prey on these female types. I'm confused. I'm not exactly sure who you're aiming at comment at. A little bit confused, but let's continue.
But it just shows like we finally get like a temporary order. You had one visit last week for 2 hours. And then before the other visit, you already canceling. Like, it just shows. Like, do for social media. Do shit for people to have sympathy for them. Like, for what? I don't have sympathy for no deadbeat. I don't have sympathy for no that don't take care of their kids. Like, I just don't. So I just want to come over here and let y'all know. Because I'm going to be talking to y'all about my whole journey. Like, we still got to go to trial and stuff. But, like, this is what I be talking about. This is the shit I be talking about. Mind y'all, this is the same that sat in the courtroom and said he could be a better parent than me. A better parent than me when you haven't been a parent. Y'all, like, his reason. Keep in mind, y'all, I don't ever portray to be perfect, because I'm not. I feel like everybody go through this. Like, but even going through it doesn't make you a bad parent. So I don't never portray to be perfect, but this in the courtroom and said, oh, I could be a better parent. I feel like I could be a better parent than her, and the child belongs with me, because like, he said two things that, like, it makes him, because it's like, mind you, I'm a single mom taking care of 2 kids completely by myself. Like,
Whoa. Let's just roll that back real quick. Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
I don't never portray to be perfect, but this in the courtroom and said, "Oh, I could be a better parent. I feel like I could be a better parent than her, and the child belongs with me because, like, he said two things that, like, it makes him, because it's like, mind you, I'm a single mom taking care of two.
So she's a single mom taking care of two kids. So again, this is a video before she had to, from at least how I'm looking from her social media, before she had the child with the guy who was married, right? So altogether now she should have three. She should have three if all these videos in order. She should have three kids. So this is your third time messing up. Usually third time is a charm. Usually the third time you've already learned. Like if you messed up the first two times, if you failed the first two times, the third time you should be a success. You still failed? Pack it up. Pack it up. Pack it up. Whatever the surgery is where people are like, hey, get rid of the womb, pack it up. Just pack it up. Pack it up. Pack it up. You've been misusing that thing probably since birth. Pack it up, brother. It's a done deal. You are fried and cooked. It is over for you. It is over for you. I pray. I pray and I weep for those children. Because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And I hope to dear Lord that you do not have a daughter. Oh Lord, because the cards are stacked against her already. The cards are stacked against her already. Because you cannot make the proper life choices for yourself. You just can't. Like, this is crazy. Like you dealing with deadbeats, you're dealing with dudes who are not good for you, and then you seemingly are attracted to guys who are married. I don't even somebody who's a woman make that make sense to me. How are women attracted to dudes who are married? Somebody who is already in a bonded, quote unquote, a bonded relationship with another woman. Women find that more attractive than single men. I need a study. I need scientists to stop whatever work that they're doing, and I need a study to break that down specifically for me. Because I done had conversations with dudes, and they specifically sat up there and said that it's the weirdest thing to ever happen. That when they were single, they were invisible to women. It was the hardest thing for them to sit up there and even get any type of attention, acknowledgement, or anything like that. But the moment in time that ring popped up, and other women realized, like, oh snap, he's married. It was like a bat signal just shot out, and it was like, oh, that's the guy right there. That's the guy I want to need directly in my life. I'm like, how does that? What? So a dude that is married, and he's clearly married to this woman of which he was like, hey, I love this person. Did the whole thing in front of God, the church, and the family. That's the dude that you find the utmost attractive. Not a single dude out here that's living a single life, but a married guy. I need studies. I need some scientific information. Like, I don't understand. Like I said, I showed y'all pictures before where it was a woman that was wearing a t-shirt. It was a t-shirt she made, and it said that she was a proud side chick. A proud side chick. And I'm like, how are you at the old age that you're at? How are you proud to be a side chick? I'm like, oh. I'm like, can't nobody tell me nothing. Like it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. It's like at the same time that a lot of women sit up there and say that these married dudes be sitting up there cheating because they're trying to escape reality. I feel as though that a lot of women within them being attracted to married dudes are doing the same thing. They're escaping the reality of them dealing with bums, and they're looking at this idealized sort of perfection. It's like, oh, this dude is married. He's consistent. He's really about, the woman he's with. And then they want to try to slide their way in there so that they can try to masquerade and idealize them being that woman without actually being that woman. They don't have the responsibilities of being a wife. They don't have the responsibilities of actually holding down the home, dealing with the kids, and doing all of this stuff. They can just have that idealized view with, a couple little treats on the side, and just like they're both doing the same thing. But it's like everybody is fixated on the dude, like, oh yeah, the dude, he's just, really trying to, eat his cake and eat it. Yeah, and a lot of women out here want to sit up there and have this type of fantasized reality of being a Disney princess because they feel that they deserve it. When realistically, in actuality, a lot of women have not actually done anything deserving of actual marriage. Because it's the man that decides that, I want to get married to you. It's not a woman getting down on her knee. It's not a woman sitting up there, spending 3, 4, 10, 15, 25K on a ring to sit up there. It's not you doing it. It's a man that decides, really. So it's like I said, I don't know, man. This is wild. But let's continue.
Kids completely by myself. Like, completely by myself. No help. So the two things that he said in court, it's like, you are a like, no real good would say what he said, but it's like,
Jesus.
yeah, he could be a better parent than me when he hasn't been a parent to the child ever. I can count on one hand what he has done. Mind you, buying a gift here and there is not being a parent. It's more to being a parent than, buying a toy or something here and there.
So let me just put this directly out there. Again, during live streams, I happen to cut in and out when it deals with videos like this. Right. She said that, more, in order to be a father, you actually got to be there. You got to be present and things of that nature. That is correct. But in the same thing, people sit up to say that just because a man is there and present still doesn't make him a father. Right. So either which way is still a loss. But when it deals with women, even if a woman is physically there and she's not mentally there, people will still say that's a strong mother. She's still there. She's still present. She didn't abandon or run away. I'm like, no, it's still the same thing. It's still the exact same thing. People just want to paint it differently because the one aspect is a man, the other aspect is a woman. Like it's crazy. It's like you want to call yourself a mother, but you're out here sleeping with 99 different dudes, reproducing the exact same thing. It's like, dog, you're a broken factory and you're going to create a broken product. I don't understand how people don't get that. And normally when it deals, like, let's say if I'm dealing with Amazon because they have facilities to hold a lot of these products, I put in an order for Amazon. They go to the facility, get my order, and they deliver it to me. And I found out that delivery is broken. I can normally return that to sender. You can't return your kids. Once they're broken, they're broken. You got to try to, do some super glue. You got to try to do some things to try to fix that so that it does not worsen as they get older. So it's like this is crazy. Like you're going to sit up there and try to say that, yeah, we get it. The dude who doesn't want to be in your life or the child's life, he is irresponsible. He is. But you at the same time, as a woman that you are, the one that brings life into this world, you are irresponsible all over the place. Not just in relationships, not just with your kids, not just with the relationships with those dudes, but also with your body that you're supposed to be treating as a temple. That obviously, because you're not treating it as a temple, you're not respecting your body, you're not valuing your body. No other man out here is going to sit up there and do that and give that to you. And I keep trying to tell a lot of women that if you don't initially dictate and show men that you respect yourself, no man is going to respect you. If you don't initially tell men that you value or show them in actions that you value, respect, and you acknowledge the power and all this other type of stuff that you have, no man is going to sit up there and acknowledge that. He don't have to. He's going to treat you the same way that you treat yourself. Why would you expect a dude to sit up there and treat you differently than what you treat yourself? That's crazy. I keep trying to tell people multiple times over these years, nobody can love you more than you can love yourself. And it just seems like to go out one ear and out the other. I cannot love you more than you love yourself. That's just impossible. That's a waste of time. Just to be honest, like that's realistically a waste of time. Because that person is throwing all of this stuff directly into an endless black hole. And black holes are hungry. That's all they're going to do. They're going to hunger. As soon as you give them more, they're going to take more. That's it. But let's continue.
Y'all, the has been like so infatuated with me and my birth mom's beef, like, or issues. Like, he solely thought that he was gonna like win this case. Mind you, we're still going through a case. We still got to go to trial and stuff. But he solely thought that he was going to like eat on this case by like continuously speaking on me and my mom's issues, like things that don't pertain to the child. So it's like, yeah, this case has been like stressful. It's been funny too. It's been stressful, but it's been funny too, like, because it's just like the audacity of this dude, like, and I just feel so bad for my baby, because it's like, I just feel bad that we both have to deal with this guy. Like, I'm gonna say this, I've never been against any of my sperm donors being involved in my children's life. But like I said, if you don't want to be a dad, like, live your life. Like, don't be around here trying to put on for social media or acting like you want to be involved or acting like you want to be a dad. Like, I'm not one of them, like, people that make excuses for, bull. I feel like you prioritize what you want to prioritize. Like, so it's like, it really irritates me. Some people may think I'm just complaining about nothing, but it really irritates me that, like I said, I've been going through this custody case for almost 4 years, and we just got a temporary parenting plan, and he already canceled. But you've been dying to see this child. You've been like, you can't prioritize 2 hours on a weekend to see your child. Like, you already canceled. Make it make sense. Mind y'all, I'm with my kids 24/7. Like, my life is literally my children. No excuses. Like, tired, miserable. Like, mind you, I'm pregnant right now, so I've been going through a lot. But I don't have the option to stop being a parent. Like, I'm going to always be a parent. Like, but that's what I mean by pick and choose. You get to pick and choose and be involved when you want, come around when you want, do what you want. Like, kind of like I say, they did not one thing. Not one thing, y'all. The last 4 years. And I'm not even just talking about, like, gifts or clothes and stuff. I'm saying, like, overall, like, parenting. Like, not one thing, y'all. And you finally get a little, parenting plan, and you cancel already. You can't even prioritize 2 hours every other weekend. You cancel already. That's a problem for me. Like, may not be a problem from others, but it's a problem for me. Like, I'm the one that's going through what I'm going through. Like, so that's a problem for me.
Right. And then we get the classic comment of what I told people before, that when I happen to talk about these topics, somebody want to pop up like, man, if you're gay, just say that you're gay. Are you imagining, are you just loving my voice that much? Is that what you just like theorize and imagine so that it can, fit directly in your mind and you can ship that whole thing together? Because it's weird to me that that's the thought process out of the conversation that's happening. Your main thought process is man on man. And you say that I'm the one that internally has a struggle or whatnot or whatever. It's actually you. That projection is real. It is directly real. But like I said before, you find me attractive, no problem. It's 2026. SEIJIHITO is not judging. Just keep it to yourself. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So going back to what I said before, minus the clownery comment that I had to highlight. This was on the Advice show. And this was back during I think it was like 2016 when I sat up there and looked at the picture. You got women here, or you got a woman here, and I think this was the woman that I had a picture of where she was this her? I think she was at a gas station wearing a t-shirt. But this woman went on the Advice show, and she was talking about being a proud side chick. So again, this is not nothing that I'm making up. This is not nothing that just started occurring. This is something that's been present for a very long time. It's just that a lot of people don't want to, in a sense, acknowledge it like it should be acknowledged. Because if we're going to sit up there and say that things are wrong, right, we need to also state the fact that, hey, just like you got dudes out here, hey, they're wrong to sitting up there married and you got women out here like this. But I always hear more people always talking about the men than they do the women. Like I said before, how you as a woman find a married dude attractive, that's weird. That doesn't make any type of sense. You should be looking at single dudes. You should be looking at eligible dudes. You should be looking at dudes that have no connections at all. But again, people find what it is that they find attractive for whatever reasons. And like this woman here, you have women out here that are clearly proud of it, and they will masquerade and clearly have t-shirts, no matter how embarrassing or shameful this should be. They're not ashamed of nothing. Not ashamed of nothing. That's crazy. That is diabolical. Wait, I'm highly confused. Dun, 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 dun. Gotta investigate. I see. Dun, 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 dun. Give me a second. Hold on. Let me see something real quick. Well. Good old Johnny. You made this profile in June 11th of 2025, so you must have been banned, good sir or woman. You must have been banned, because it's very interesting going directly to your page. Shout out to Mo for doing the due diligence, directly out there. It's crazy to look at the fact. Let me see. I wonder if you're the person that I actually did the part of the live stream on. So the two videos that you decided to highlight it because you got the title is SEIJIHITO, right? So you got one live stream. How long ago was this live stream? Do I even remember this live stream right now? This is from June 13th. So you made your profile around the same time as this live stream. Oh yeah, you got banned. You got banned off of this channel. That's clear right now. It makes so much sense now. It makes so much sense. So you got people turning you quick, right? That was June 13th of 2025. And then you have the video up here that which video is this? She really said that blacks in Compton are looting. And how far that was 6 months ago? Oh, wow. Shout out to my fans out here. Shout out to you, Johnny. He or she, it. Shout out to Johnny sitting up there having a playlist of two of a live stream and a video. Shout out to you, Johnny. Look at you being a true fan in the darkness, deciding to sit up there and get angry and still be here, still supporting. And I don't think that that helped me get any views at all. But it's the thought that counts. It's the thought that counts. I don't think they really tell you how many views people's playlists get when you look directly at the channel, because I don't actually see those at the moment in time. But that's crazy. And this is what I'll be trying to tell y'all. There's so many people that normally are attached to the channel, but they don't watch. But what they do is to keep track, they'll bookmark certain videos. And they'll be like, I am not going to sit up there and subscribe. He might get a view or catch me here and there, but I'm not going to subscribe to him. You might as well just subscribe. If you're going to go through that effort of making, literally after getting banned, you're going to make a whole another profile so that you can still come to the channel and still make comments after being banned. And not only that, but create a playlist that is the only thing on your channel. When I go to, you might as well sit up there and subscribe. You doing all of that hard work, you might as well at least subscribe. You gotta be kidding me. That is wild out here. He's a fan. He's a fan. He's a fan. So now it makes sense why you tried to say that I was the one that had some internal battles going on. It is actually you, my good sir. You are a mighty fan. Like I said, it's 2026. You know, said you ain't judging. It's all good. It's all good. You know, it's all good. But it be like that though. So now we're gonna go to one of the longest videos here, that took me a little bit to. I don't think I actually had to edit that one, but I had to try to put those together. This is going to touch on the fact of the relationship that she has with her mother. So to give a little bit further insight directly into that, right? So let's take a listen.
Hey y'all. So this is another TED Talk. So I've been no contact with my mom. Well, first it was on and off for the last 3-4 years. And I've been no contact so far since February, January. And we're in a week from September. So yeah, I've been no contact with her. And y'all, it's been so peaceful. It's been so good. But I wanted to do a TED Talk because, like I said, me being no contact with her has been so peaceful. And, you know, I have my reasons on why I finally just went complete no contact. And one of my family members, like, in the midst of us talking about, you know, me going no contact, and, you know, like I said, I have my reasons. My mom has disrespected me so many times. My mom has hurt me so many times. She's done a lot of things. And like I said before, it was like on and off. But now I'm completely no contact. But it really pissed me off because it really annoys me when family be like, oh, that's still your family. Oh, that's still your mom. Oh, that's still, like, it's like, that's not an excuse. So this particular family member, they were like, oh, like, that's still your mom. Why won't you just get over it? Yeah. When they said, why won't you just get over it? Like, that really pissed me off. And it really made me look at them differently. Because it's like, what do you mean? Why won't I just get over it? Like, and that just told me, like, family just feel like you're supposed to just, like, sit in a cycle and just deal with stuff you don't want to deal with. The disrespect, like, and just tolerate stuff you don't want to deal with or put up with. So when they said that, I'm like, what do you mean get over it? Like why do I have to just get over it? So I'm supposed to just get over it and just, you know, sit around this person like nothing happened. Like, no. I'm not just gonna get over it. So yeah, it's just like a lot of stuff that, you know, I'm older now, and it's just like a lot of stuff that I just choose not to deal with, that I've dealt with all my life. And now that I'm older, I just feel like I don't have to deal with it no more. I don't have to put up with it no more. Like, I have my own children now. I love my kids to death, and really my kids is the only, you know, humans that I feel like I have to answer to. Like, so it's like I live for my kids, and that's like my focus now. Like, I don't care to put up with I don't want to put up with. I don't care to deal with people I don't really want to deal with. And that's just that. So if you're not bringing peace in my life, if you're not genuinely supporting me, or you don't genuinely care for me or my children, like, I don't care to be involved.
So this is my question, right? She said if you're not a genuine person, if you're not bringing peace and love directly into her life, she don't want to be involved with you. But ma'am, everything that you listed, you can't even involve that with yourself. You can't give yourself peace. You can't give yourself love. You can't even be genuine with yourself. You said earlier in the previous video that you know you don't owe anybody anything. You are 100% correct, but you owe yourself everything. But you can't even give that to yourself. But you're still expecting a lot of these things that you seek from other people. You seek this. Okay, my bad. Let me go back. Everything that you can't give yourself, you're basically seeking that from other people. You're expecting them to do all of the heavy lifting while you just sit there. You sit there and you just get it. You're looking for what it is that your mother was supposed to give you again in other people, and you're still not receiving that exact same thing. So you're on this whole merry-go-round. The only time that it stopped is now that you have kids. And now, because you didn't want to initially live for yourself properly, you're like, now I have a purpose. I'm going to sit up there and live for my kids. And I'm going to sit up there and reflect and stay in this place of negativity dealing with my mom. And I'm going to use that. And I'm going to look at my kids and make sure that I'm nothing like my mom. When slowly but surely, everything that you may hate, loathe, or dislike about your mom, you're going to slowly become because you've never healed. You've never healed. And that happens with a lot of women directly out here because they have these interactions with their mothers or the other women in their family, and they hate them and they dislike them. Those same daughters become complete emulations of their mothers. No matter how much they want to say, oh, I'm apart from her, I'm different from her, I'm nothing like her. No, your attitude is just like her. The way you walk and talk is just like her. The mouth that you got is exactly like her. So how can you say that you are not this person, especially when you came from this person? You never did any type of work to differentiate yourself as an individual away from who it is that gave birth to you. You fought so hard to be away from it that you just ended up pulling yourself closer. And now you're basically like a conjoined twin. And that's going to be even harder to break apart. But let's keep going.
With you. So I just remove myself from situations that don't serve me purpose. So yeah. Family have to stop saying like, oh, that's still your family, or oh, that's still your cousin, oh, that's still your mom, oh, that's still your brother. Like, none of that is an excuse for a person to treat you poorly, or, you know, do hurtful things to you, or be disrespectful, or none of that is an excuse. Mind you, like I said, I was on and off no contact. So there's multiple times that I've tried to give my mom grace, tried to still deal with her the best way I could, but every time I did try to like put my differences aside and just like, you know, this is still my mom, it was always like a slap in the face. Every time it was a slap in the face, y'all. Like, and I'm always the one like hurt in the end, or pissed off in the end, or so it wasn't gonna get better, or I wasn't gonna finally be peaceful until I finally just accepted things for what it was and just walked away from it. Being involved with my mom and certain people in my family was like a trigger for me. Like, so for my mental, I had to walk away. And people don't understand that. Because there's some people that'll be like, oh, you don't talk to your mom? Like, oh, it's like people be so surprised, and it's just like, I'm not the only one that's no contact with my mom. So yeah, like I said, I'm not the only one that's going through this, you know, with family or my mom. These are just the cards I was dealt. And yes, it sucks sometimes. It does. But this is just how it is. This is just life. Yeah, so I've been no contact with my mom and really my family for like almost a year, right? Recently, we kind of saw each other because we went to a funeral. So we saw each other. And, you know, it was cordial, you know, because even though I'm no contact, like, I could still be around people and be cordial, like, no tension, like, you know. So, in the midst of no contact, I had a restraining order against my mom too. It's a long story, but I ended up dropping it by not showing up to the hearing. Well, I wasn't able to go to the hearing, honestly, because I had 2 doctor's appointments. But I had already had like intentions on dropping it because I think I had it for like 3-4 months. And during that time, she wasn't like bothering me or nothing. So I'm like, okay, I could drop it. But long story short, I am currently 6 days away from my surgery that I have to have my baby. And I needed my hair done. My mom is a hairstylist. So I ended up asking her if she could do my hair. Like, I'll pay you to do my hair. And she agreed. So she did my hair, but you know how you go around people and it's like you just get that confirmation on, like, this is why I'm better off being no contact with you or the family or just not coming around. So my mom has done a lot. My family has done a lot that I don't agree with or I don't respect. So, mind you, I said we've been no contact almost a year, but we've really been no contact like on and off for the last 4 years. And like I said, my mom has done a lot. And it's like a person could hate you so much, they would do anything, like to see you down, to hurt you, to whatever, right? So, I'm thinking it's almost been a year, like we haven't talked, we haven't seen each other, nothing. And I'm thinking like, she agreed to do my hair. It's going to be good vibes, like, whatever the case may be. But like I said, a person can hate you so much, like they will do anything to see you down, to see you fail, to see you hurt, to see you, like I said, whatever. So in the midst of me getting my hair done, she did my hair and I was like, oh, like I have the baby in 6 days. She did my hair, y'all, but I took it out because it hurted so bad. My head was hurting so bad. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't do nothing, so I took it out. But in the midst when I was leaving, I told her I was having my baby, in a few days or whatever. And, I have to have like a high-risk surgery. And she nonchalantly said, good luck. I'm like, oh, good luck. I said, all right, have a good night. And I went on about my business. But the good luck just was like, I don't know. It wasn't like, oh, like keep me posted. Like, oh, I'll come see you. Or like, do you have somebody to be in the labor room with you? Like, none of that. No concern.
Question. How do you want concern from somebody that you said technically doesn't care or doesn't mean you well, or you got this, that? You got a no contact order with this person. Supposedly, you at least had one, but you couldn't even be you. So let me get this straight. Hold on. You can be consistent when it deals with sleeping with dudes unprotected. But when it deals with having a no contact order with your mom, you are inconsistent as all get out. And you basically said that you don't mess with your family, mess with your mom because they did a lot of stuff to you and all this other. It doesn't make sense. I weep for these children. I weep for these children. Good luck. You got mad because your mom said good luck. What did you want her to say? Like, oh, my daughter, I love you, and I hope that the birth and everything goes well, and God speak. Like, what did you want her to you? All I'm saying is that she's the problem. She's the problem. Like I said earlier, she is the problem. She can list all of these things like, yeah, my family's a problem, my mom's a problem, my family's a problem, my mom's a problem. You know what? My mom's a problem, my family's a problem. Also, the craziest thing, because I didn't put that up here, she looks exactly like her mom. I kid you, it's basically like a spitting image of her mom. So like I said, dear Lord. Dear Lord, no, no type of accountability and nothing. When it deals with the family, no accountability or responsibility. When it deals with the relationship of her and mom, no accountability or responsibility. When it deals with her selectively picking bums to be with, no accountability or responsibility. Her deciding to go and chase directly after married men, no accountability or responsibility. But people will still be like, you know what? Men are the problem. If her actual father was in her life while she was growing up, she wouldn't be like this. If the men that she chose to be with were actually good men, none of this would actually happen. It's crazy work, diabolical. Let's keep going.
Um, so yeah, and then her daughter, um, her other daughter, we've never had like a relationship. We've never been like cool or close or anything. And in the midst of me being over there and leaving, her daughter felt the need to question my daughter, um, asking my daughter like, have I ever hurt her or have I ever done anything bad to her? Mind you, you haven't saw my children in almost a year. And so backstory. Since me and my mom them have fell out and we don't talk, they have like became in cahoots with my sperm donor, a deadbeat that does absolutely nothing for my daughter. It's like sickening at this point because it's like part of me like, do this dude got roots on y'all? Like, I'm confused because it's crazy and it's sickening. Um, so her daughter questioned my daughter and was like, "Oh, your dad misses you so much and this and that and blah blah blah." The same dad that went 4 years not seeing her still doesn't see her. Like, still doesn't do anything. Like, nothing. But you're trying to brainwash my daughter and say, oh, he misses her and he loves her and this and that, all type of BS. Then, in the midst of that, you ask her, is her mom hurting her? Like I've ever hurt my children. Like my character has ever been questioned or anything. But because we don't get along or talk, or we might have cursed each other out, and whatever the case may be, it's like, oh, let me, tell her daughter this. Mind you, it wasn't no, hey, I missed you, I haven't saw you in almost a year, give me a hug. She didn't even say anything to my son. Mind you, these same people, they never say anything to my children in that manner in my face. In my face, it's just a hey, and keep it moving. But for some reason, when they try to pull my kids to the side, or when I'm not around, so for instance, when I was getting my hair done.
Oh, let me just pause it right there. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Don't people normally do this when they want to specifically ask a child, like, "Hey, is everything okay with you?" They'll ask the little girls, like, "Hey, is everything okay with you and your father? Like, do we need to know anything? Do you need somebody to talk to? Do you need any?" I could swear people do this. So it's a little bit crazy, right? It's a little bit crazy that she, as a woman, wants to find it weird that her family they're specifically asking, like, yo, is everything okay, has your mom decided to put hands on you or anything like that, like, do you need any? It's crazy how it's okay, right? Because again, we're going by the stats, right? So statistically speaking, we know what happens directly out here in this world, and this is why people ask kids certain questions. Cool, fine. But how do you find it to be problematic now when it happens to you? This is the normal way that it should be happening. And a lot of people are not going to sit up there and ask this question in front of with the child there and with the parent being there, because they're not trying to have that conflict. A lot of people want to sit up there. Oh, I'm about to sit up there and fight you. I'm about to really put hands directly. They're not about to do that. Nor do they want to put the child in a position of which that they have to feel the need to lie because they know that there's going to be repercussions if they decide to tell the truth. like I said, like I'm just all I'm seeing is that she is ground zero. She is just problematic. She is nuclear. She is radioactive. That's all I'm hearing directly from her. She's listing how everybody else is problematic, but she hasn't said one thing about herself. She hasn't talked about one thing that she needs to fix, one thing that she needs to do, how it is that she can circumvent any of these problems and or these issues so that they don't become the normal occurrences that they are, or so that they can stop being the normal occurrences that they currently are and how they are currently active in her life. Let's continue.
And packing up my things, my daughter was speaking to her. So when I'm not around, it's like, oh, let me try to brainwash her. Let me try to tell her kids this, and let me try to. So that's how you know it's always like ill intentions. It's never done in my face. Because if it was done in my face, it'd be a different story. But all that transpired, and it just showed me, and it just gave me that confirmation that this is why I went no contact. Me being no contact, I'm at peace. Like, all that, oh, they're still family. Oh, that's still your mom. That's still your sister. That's still your aunt. That's still, like, that doesn't justify someone treating you badly or disrespecting you or whatever. Like, it doesn't excuse it because you're family. And it really annoys me when people say that. Like, the first thing is like, well, you know, that's family do that, like, you know, y'all still family. Like, no. I'm at the hospital now, like, no family has showed up. No family has checked on me. Well, let me take that back. I'll say immediate family.
Somebody correct me. Maybe I'm living in a different dimension. Maybe I heard a different video. But did she not say for 2 videos that she has problems with her family and that she don't really talk to them like that? They don't get along and they're just on their whole separate thing. So why are you now in this video talking about like, yo, my family, they ain't even check on me. They not even concerned. They, you know, they ain't even tell me like, give me like a card to send some flowers or to just celebrate what's happening, right? What? What, where are we at? Are we listening to the same video? Am I somewhere else right now? Am I somewhere else where like I don't the amount of delusion that you have to be in to give out all of this information and then turn around, which is all negative. She ain't never said not one positive thing about her family at all. To say all of those things and then to turn around in the same breath and sit up there and say like, yo, my family, they not even show me that they care or love me. What? Brother, what what are you expecting for them to sit up there and do? You said initially that y'all are on y'all separate ways, that your mom and your family have just done so many things directly to you. You just didn't list anything, but you said that they're just bad and horrible people. And you want these bad and horrible people to basically wish you well and to celebrate a baby that you're having coming into this world. What? That is 1000% mass delusion that you can clear cut here. This woman speaking directly on this video, but let's continue.
But nobody has showed up. But people say, oh, that's family, and oh, blood is, what they say, blood is thicker than water, and it's like, I'm just always like, it's me and my kids. I literally just got me and my kids and God. And I'm thankful for that. I'm truly thankful for that. And don't get me wrong, I have a few people that show up for me, even though it's not family, it's friends that turn family, like, and I have to get used to like letting my guard down, because I have friends that they want to show up for me, but I'm just not used to, I guess because I'm not used to people showing up for me, I don't know how to accept someone wanting to help me or wanting to show up for me.
Ma'am, this is my thing. How are you talking about you gotta let your guard is so strong that you can't even show up for yourself? How about that one? How about stop talking about that? You're not used to people showing up for you and all. You don't even show up for yourself. I like. Do you even know who you are? Do you even know where you are at this moment in time? You haven't shown up for yourself when it deals with love, respect, responsibility, value, or accountability for any of the situations that you specifically put yourself directly in. You haven't showed up for yourself to save yourself from guys that you should not be dealing with. You have not even shown up for yourself when it specifically dealt with you being impregnated by a married man, of which you chased down later on. After he initially lied to you, you found out that it was a lie, and you still decided to be with him. You didn't show up for yourself then. Like, what are we talking about right now? Like, this is you talking about all of this stuff about people showing up. When have you ever actually just sat down and showed up for yourself? You never have. Just like you complain about your mom not being there and showing up, you are the exact same image as your mom. She ain't show up for you. You ain't show up for yourself. So that then also means that potentially this is going to be passed down to your daughter. Good job. Let's continue.
So it's like I have friends, they be like, if you need anything, like, let me know. Like, I'll watch the kids for you. I'll do this, I'll do that. Like, and it kind of makes me cringe a little because I don't know. I guess I'm just not used to it. So I'm a work in progress. But that's it for my TED Talk. I'm in the hospital and I'm just bored. They won't let me go home. They're going to keep me until I have the baby. I don't know if I'm going to have him sooner. But originally I was scheduled 6 days from now. So wish me luck, y'all. Keep me in your prayers. And yeah, I might be doing more TED Talks. Cause like,
Okay, yeah, that she ain't really ain't saying nothing. And then she said that she did this video because she's bored. But you're bored in that hospital, but you weren't bored trying to produce those kids. You weren't bored enough to try to just show up for yourself. How about that one? Like that, like I said, this whole thing to me is just like, it just seems very performative. She's doing all this because she knows that she can go directly on social media and she can find a lot of women that will formulate an echo chamber and they'll be like, oh yeah, I've been through the same things, and yeah, men ain't this and men ain't that, and I'm currently going through that with my baby daddy and da 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 and all this other. All she's going to basically find is validation. There's going to be women out here that are just going to validate 100% of every single thing that she is going through and that she's talking about without no questions asked, because all of those women, just like her, believe that they are perfect. Nothing needs to be changed. Nothing needs to be fixed. That they are not problematic. That's crazy. All she had to do was just sit down somewhere. Like the first time that she got pregnant by whatever random dude it was, all she had to do was just like sit down after that, but like, you know what? No more relationships, no more kids. Let me just focus on what it is, the situation I got now, and focus on bettering myself as a woman, so that when I appear back and I'm looking for a relationship, I can then obtain what it is that I'm looking for. But obviously, again, she is about chaos. That is what she surrounds herself with. That is what she is about. The only people that she's basically can get along with is maybe her chaotic mother, off and on, with or without an order of protection directly on a person, if she can even stay consistent to keep that order directly up, and of course her kids. But it's like, if you can't even be a better person for yourself, if you can't even have a better relationship with your mother and your family, what makes you think that you're going to do better than your mother if you've never been shown that? How can you do better if you've never been raised, taught, or at least given that viewpoint? How? The cards are literally stacked against this woman. And then again, like I said before, you still haven't shown up for yourself. You still, as the woman that you are, you still have not shown up for yourself. So how are you going to be able to do better for your mother? Like, that's, like I said, that's wild to me. That's 1,000% wild. Well, there we are, guys. There we are. But anyways, that was pretty much it. That's all I wanted to specifically go directly over, because like I said, I found the video and I ended up doing a little bit more digging and I found out a lot more stuff, and I was like, well, instead of just trying to pile this directly into one video, I'm just going to do this as a live stream, have a conversation, talk directly about it, and do it that way. Now, I will have I want to say at least like 2 parts of the video because I gotta sit up there and just shorten that. I'll go over it, longer portions of it, just with a Cliff Notes version on the platform. So you will see this video, and then you'll see a shorter version of this video because again, this is about like what, an hour and 40 minutes. So yeah, that's quite a bit for people to, in a sense, sit through. That's like a small movie. I mean, unless you're at work, so that's a little bit different. But yeah, that's crazy. That's 100% crazy. And again, I brought this up due to the fact that this is something that should be fixed. This should not be inconsistent. If somebody, makes a mistake in a situation being with another person, I got you. Like I said, it happens to everybody, right? People get misled by their feelings, by another person, by both or whatnot, or whatever. But from that, you basically learn. You just sit down real quick. I don't care if it's like Indian style, however you got to sit up there and do it. You sit down real quick and you just think about everything. You just take a step back and you look at everything as it is, and you pick it apart and you figure out how to fix it. And the main thing that I've always stated when it deals with fixing these situations, when it deals with women going through these situations, is that you go through, you see what it is that happened, what did wrong, and you figure out how you are the main picture of it, and you break that apart. And by breaking that apart, you then start to do the internal workings, right? You start working on that value, self-value. You start doing that knowledge of self. You start working on the self-love, and then you also do the largest thing, which is the acknowledgement of like, okay, this is where I failed. This is how I failed. These are the places where I should be accountable. I'm going to make myself accountable. And then from there, you lay the groundwork on performing corrective actions, not words, not measures, but actions. Because the moment in time that you start stepping and walking in those actions instead of just talking and trying to theorize certain stuff, that's when actual growth and evolution will take place. And as a woman, you'll stop dealing with and going down these types of roads, ending up with the exact same stories as the millions and the millions and the millions of the other women directly out here. Like I said, for me, it's about doing solutions as much as it is with critiquing this whole situation, because at the end of the day, the kids are going to be the ones that will be made to suffer, and the kids should not have to suffer because the parents are imperfect or don't know how to specifically seek out therapy or fix themselves. Want to give a shout out to Officer Haku. Said this man has come back to town. Here comes a new challenger. Shout out for the $5 dono. Good sir, much love, respect, and appreciation on that off day that I know you got currently at this moment in time. Much love, respect, and appreciation. Sham said that she might need to start with getting a psychologist or a therapist. I forget how they treat bipolar disorder, but I know she can get medicine and some CBT or DBT to work up. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of work that needs to be done, and and it's at the point now where she doesn't. It's not so much that she needs to do it for herself; she needs to 100% do it for those kids, because those kids are going to be an embodiment and a reflection of her. They're going to take on whatever it is that she cannot sit up there and face. And like I said before, no child should ever have to face or take on a parent's demons. That's not how that's supposed to work. That is, that's not how that is supposed to work at all. Sham said borderline personality disorder. She has it. She's showing all the traits of it. So yeah, like I said, at this point, she has to get and do the work specifically for the kids. Get off of social media. Get off of social media. Like I said, everything ain't meant for social media. If you want to talk about anything, if she happens to see a psychologist and she gets the medications and she has to do like the work, that's something to talk about. All of this type of chaotic stuff dealing with families and the fathers of the children, leave all of that type of BS. We already got enough of that online. We don't need more. That's more trash that people throw out here. That's just trash, right? You need things out here where people can see, understand the tools, talk about the tools, and see how they're being applied and they actually work. That's something that will be some real content. I would love for her to actually do that versus this, because this chaotic, in a sense, gossip type of whatever that she's doing, it's not beneficial to nobody. And also at the end of the day, when these kids grow up, or even during the point of where it is that they are in school, other kids can go to TikTok and they can just so happen to see, like, oh, I saw your mom. She was talking about your family. And now it's making a worse situation. Now those kids got to deal with a situation that shouldn't even be there because you decided as a parent that you want to put all of your business on TikTok. Like I said, and that's what I said to a lot of parents before, that a lot of parents got to really think about stuff before they do it. You got to really think about stuff before you do it. If you're going to put your business directly out there, at least don't show your face. At least don't show your face, because it's going to have a negative effect one way or another directly on your kids, either seen or unforeseen. And it's something that, again, this is something that parents are not going to be able to train their kids or speak to their kids specifically about, or try to help them navigate. You can't. This is social media. This is something still totally brand new, still in infant stages at this moment in time. Sham said the father is more than likely the better option to raise the kids. Possibly so. Possibly so. Like I said, he may have been, in a sense, not there. But again, we only got one side of the story. And that's usually how it goes when it deals with videos like this. A lot of women are not going to specifically come out and say that they were the bad guy. They'll be like, no, it was the guy. He got me pregnant and left. Same story, that's been happening since the beginning of time, because this is what men do. But yet nobody ever talks about how they are problematic as a woman and how they contributed to the fact that a lot of the men that they decide to, have these relations with never want to be with them or get married or whatever it is that they envision. Like I said, it's crazy work. Diabolical. D-Money said, what's good, people? What is up? What is up? What is up? Sham said, yeah, she is using the audience to fuel her personality and thrive off the attention. It's not healthy, and people are feeding into it. Yep. Shauna, what is up? What is up? What is up? You said, honestly, she really needs to be on medication regularly, because as for a psychiatrist, it's as for the psychiatrist, it's long as I think it's as long as she, if she decides that she doesn't like her, she can just keep changing like the mom. Okay, I get what you're saying. She needs to be on medication, see a psychiatrist, and depending on what she does or how consistent she is, she can still change and be like the mom. I got you. I get what you're saying. Sham said, yeah, but the moment that the mental illness decides that she can't get the attention with the kids, she'll abandon them, and she'll do it without caring about the danger of it. I mean, the thing that I look at is, and I was told this to both being in high school, I told this to the girls during the time of high school, and I said this to older women. One of the main dangers that I've always understood and I was able to realize and see is the fact that women with kids, they venture out and they seek out relationships, because of loneliness and different things of that nature, which I do understand, because humans want to be around somebody, want companionship and things of that nature. But when you are a woman that is taking care of kids, you are putting not only yourself but your children at great risk, as well too, because you are, you're bringing a complete stranger directly around them, right? It was already enough that the father, like, you don't really technically know to an extent, but now you're bringing a full stranger directly around the kids, and you don't know what could potentially happen. And even in the extent of me growing up, I try to tell girls, I'm like, yo, I have no problem giving girls who got kids a shot, because that's what I did during high school. But I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm like, yo, you don't do this. I'm like, if you want to see me, that's cool. You shouldn't be bringing a stroller or anything like that around a guy. Like, even me, like, I know how I am. I would never do anything, but it's like it's like you're still inviting a danger there because of that emotional loneliness. And I need a lot of women to stop that. It's like it's crazy that I still have to say this, and we're now in 2026, and I've been saying this since high school. Like, yo, for a lot of women, I need y'all to stop this. Stop, just please stop doing this, because that is drastically dangerous. You don't know who any guy is directly out here that you decide to bring your kids directly around. You cannot be I'm just going to put it as blatantly as possible. You can't be that stupid, because I can't put it no other way. Because I've covered, far too many stories of women deciding that they wanted to bring a complete stranger around their kids, and then everybody's gone. So I need women to stop being stupid. I just need y'all to stop doing it. I couldn't say that back when I was younger, because I was more so worried about people's feelings, and I didn't really want to really put more weight directly on them than what they could potentially bear, what they already have. Now I just don't care, because like I said, I've seen too many kids lose their lives because of the mother's decisions and wanting to have companionship, and she placed that directly over the children. That's something that you just don't do. And again, and this is coming from every fiber of my being, where I care. I need a lot of women to just stop this. I need y'all to stop doing that. Y'all just need to sit down somewhere. I understand and I get the fact that you're lonely, but you got to understand the situation that you're currently in and that you helped to create, and how it is that you specifically put yourself in that situation of how it is that now you're lonely. You can't go out there and seek another person the way that you would normally do if you didn't have a child. You got to put all of that to the back burner so that you know that your child is safe at the end of the day, because that's the most important thing. You being lonely and your feelings about that don't matter no more. Everything that matters specifically deals with that child, the raising of that child, the safety of that child, the nurturing of that child. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Shauna said, I missed a lot, but so where is the father? So technically there, from at least what I counted, there should be 3 kids, and there's probably multiple fathers, but potentially she could have 2 kids from one guy, and then the other guy who was married, she is currently pregnant. I mean, she already had that child, I think, later on during the year or whatnot or whatever. So basically the fathers are just out there. One of them, she is having a custody battle with. So this is why we got this video here that we went over. She's having a custody battle with one of the guys there, and having that whole type of back and forth. I'm not sure if she had 2 kids from him, or if he's just solo, just one kid and that's it, and then the next guy. But then she has another child directly by a married guy, and she did that because initially the dude lied, but after she found out the lie, she still carried on the relationship with the married guy. She got rid of so far 4 kids, but then 3 to 4 kids. But then the last time she was like, you know what? I'm going to actually keep this one, and then I'm just going to bother you and ask you, when are you going to get divorced from your wife so that we can be together and have our family and this, that, and the third, like you said that you were going to do. So that's pretty much she's yeah, it's just not looking good. That's where all the fathers are, just scattered. Scattered like the Dragon Balls on Earth, just scattered all throughout the lands, for somebody to go out there and find. She knows where they are, but for everybody else that is just watching her content, we don't know where they are. Most said when you get the chance, check out the AI robots at the Hyundai factory. Okay, I got you. Shem said, my opinion is that I wouldn't trust everything she says. They tend to invent and live in their own fantasy, making up lies and only believing in it. Yeah. Like I said, no matter the instances of folks that come directly out here, I still try to give out a consistent message, and try to give out solutions. So I'm pretty sure when I do the solo video, I'll get some Johnny come latelys that'll come directly up there and say whatever it is that they normally want to say, and still not pay attention, or more than likely didn't even listen to the live. I'll tell people that I did a live and that they could, go through and actually listen directly to all of the critiques and and everything that was there. Pretty sure that they won't, but yeah. Like I said, it's going to be the exact same thing, and it's crazy to see women just doing the exact same thing as other women, making the exact same mistakes, and I just don't understand it. If quote unquote, if people basically, if the world basically says that men are dumb, in comparison, women are supposed to be smart. They're supposed to be smarter than men. But this is crazy. This is just beyond anything. Like it's just bad, man. It's just bad. Shauna said, honestly, I say pray for her like she really needs prayer. I'm just gonna be honest. She should have prayed for herself. She should have prayed for herself. The way that I set up there and told people that I understand certain things is that God is only going to give you what it is that you specifically work for. Whatever actions that you and again, this is not me trying to get all preachy religious and all that other type of stuff. God is only going to give you what it is that you specifically work for. When you walk directly within action, that will register, and then they'll be like, all right, I got you. You don't walk this far, I'm going to take it from here. That's normally how that works. And I've explained that, a variety of times directly on this platform. But like I said, I'm not gonna, in a sense, pray for somebody that's not praying for themselves. You know, I'm not gonna pray for somebody that's, not really trying to do the work, in order to receive what that prayer is supposed to give, because it's just like it's just a waste of energy. It doesn't for me. For me, I'm just saying for me, it just doesn't make sense. I get it for those who are, of the church and different things of that nature. That's cool. If that's what you want to do, and how you want to put your energy out there, I have no problem. That's not, I ain't trying to control what you do. I'm just saying specifically for me. Like I said, nobody nobody can, pray for, me to be successful. I have to sit up there and work in that. That's the difference. Prayer is just words. You just throwing, words out there to the universe, hoping that it'll attach and attract something. But if you're down here in reality and you're actually working towards something, the universe will respond to those actions. Right? Movement is actions. That's, kinetic. Everything is atoms and all this other type of stuff. So everything has a certain type of, vibration. And that will register directly with the universe instead of you just saying it, because those actions are specifically speaking for you, right in front of you and behind you. So the universe has no choice but to bring all of that into reality and handle the rest of the hard work directly for you. So I don't know. I guess maybe over the years, my thought process on a lot of things on helping people has transitioned, has moved, a little bit differently, I guess. you know but anyways, like I said before, ain't trying to, sit up there and keep y'all, wasn't trying to keep y'all here that long. It's about one, been here what, an hour and 57 minutes, and I think I said I was supposed to end this about, was it like 37 or 47? Yeah. Well, like I said, love you guys. Much love, respect, and appreciation. Thank you for anybody who came directly through to the channel to show love and support. Anybody who sent any type of bits, much love, respect, and appreciation. Anybody that pulled through and said hi, also shout out to you. For whatever reason, YouTube did not specifically show that. What they did decide to do is show everybody else's comment. And if you did say hi, it put that directly in the background, or just did not show up on this end. For me, shout out to anybody who donated directly to the platform by way of super chats during the live stream. Shout out to any of the members. Shout out to any of the patrons directly out there. And who else am I missing? Oh yeah, shout out to all of my moderators. Much love, respect, and appreciation for all the things that you guys do every single day doing the Lord's work. Directly in these streets. Also, before I go, I wanted to list to Sham. There was a person that that pulled up to a previous video that never responded to two of your comments, but they were in the live stream from the previous day. Just sitting there talking. And I'm like, it's weird that you're here, but you didn't respond to nothing that Sham said. And the crazy, I'm not sure if people actually saw that standalone video. but there was a guy on a previous video. I'm trying to see if I can go there real quick. There was a previous video that I brought to you guys on the platform. What's the name of the video so I can go to it? Also, shout out to all 6,000 people that pulled up to watch the recent video that I put up on the channel, and to the 167 people that commented. Much love, respect, and appreciation. It was the video I did about the United States capturing Venezuela's president. And the dude basically came up and wanted to say that, politics or whatnot or whatever really ain't my forte. I should just stay specifically on certain topics and whatnot. Again, somebody who ain't really never seen none of my content on his channel over 5 to 6 years. And again, I originally was talking about a lot of politics stuff and even trying to go as in depth as possible. And even cross-referencing a lot of things and even going over definite. Like I said, I did a lot of stuff. But the dude came through and wanted to say a whole bunch of stuff, and it was found that that dude was basically a content creator, failed content creator at that, and in a sense wanted to critique what it is that I do. And Sham had a response, watched one of his videos, broke it down, had a response, and the dude never responded. And I'm trying to go through. Let me see if he responded. Nope, he never responded. It's been a solid 2 days since Sham actually wrote and broke down one of his videos. He never made a response. He had a response for me though. Made a response for me. I stopped doing content over 2 years ago, so I'm not a content creator and I don't care about content. Don't care about content, but he came to my channel critiquing mine and said, I guess that's your attempt at a gotcha and failed. Sorry, Charlie. Stick with your dumb relationship stuff. This isn't your forte, LOL. Like I said, I like to go through people's channels and look at what it is that they do. I could easily, if I wanted to, break down his videos and turn that into content and make money directly off of that. And I just opt not to. I really opt not to because it's not going to really, it's not going to, it's really nothing for me. Like I said, man, it's a lot of people want to say a lot of stuff, and I can critique a great deal of things and really break down some stuff, but I choose not to. But it's crazy to say that you don't care about being a content creator, but you were trying, I guess, to be consistent, but you were just inconsistently consistent on being inconsistent, but you're more consistent on making community posts that pretty much nobody even reads, technically, except for me when I happen to come back directly to the channel. It's probably the third time. That's wild. And everything has about you got your last two, they got 1 like directly on it. It's crazy. And I'm guessing that's you. It's looking drastically crazy out here. Woo! It's diabolical. But like I said, shout out to the folks out there that always want to critique me, especially those out there that are on social media. Shout out to y'all. Much love, appreciation. It's all love though. Shem was like, LMAO hurt his feelings. I'm sure of it. Yeah, he did not respond. That man did not respond at all. That is wild. Wild. D Money was saying, do we need to slide it on? No, Sham already whatever career he was going to have, Sham already dissected this. It's over on that. It is over. Yeah, he had no response. I'm not even sure if he might have blocked her from the first response, because that man is as if he didn't see it. It's as if he did not see it. Sham was like, no, nothing consistent about that man's channel. He clearly got ADHD. You said, no, I hurt his feelings because he got quiet. Like I said, wild stuff. It'd be diabolical. Also, I also want to give a shout out to y'all over time too, because there's been quite a few instances that people have pulled up, especially on the platform, and people have gone, directly to bat for me. Much love, respect, and appreciation to all of y'all out there, who have done that, both seen and unseen, throughout the years. Like I said, I love y'all a lot. Much appreciation, because sometimes y'all might spot some stuff that I don't even specifically spot. It might not even be on my radar. But like I said, y'all got better eyes than me because I wear glasses. So just, a lot of y'all got me beat. Be like that. I got that. I got the original Peter Parker out here. No radioactive spider. You know, it be like that. It be like that. D Money said, "Now after that one fight, we all fight." Shem said he read what I said because he shut up. Mo said, "Yep, we don't fight solo. We jump people." They like, this is Jujutsu Kaisen. We don't fight fair. We jump people out here in these streets. Oh man, that's hilarious. Oh man, shout out to the JJK fans directly out there. Also to the DBZ fans, because DBZ is about their life. It's like, oh, Raditz and Napa, no problem. We got 7 guys here. We about to sit there and jump you. Like I said, it's crazy out here. Oh man. Sham said, LOL. Go ahead and go on if you want to. Oh yeah, that was another thing too. He also talked about being biracial. So like I said, it's there's a lot of things there that can be dissected. And I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm not even gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. Because I'm like, it's not gonna get nowhere. It is just the way. But like I said before, people decide to have their comments, and say a variety of things. I try to keep it cordial, I try to be a better person. Because I had a lot of y'all tell me early on, it's like, yo, Seji's like, yo, you got a platform and stuff. You can't really, say stuff like that to people. You gotta, just pull back or just ignore. And I've just always been a person like, if people can be vocal about how it is that they feel about me, they deserve that exact same thing. I'm just going to deliver it with lava. I'm not going to use fire. I love lava. Lava is a beautiful thing. It burns everything down, and then from that, everything can be born anew. Clean slate. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. D Money said, enough with the musty stuff. Said we do the Lord's work with the strippers. Sham said should make a new account if you go on a troll. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Now, again, I want to say I do not condone anything taking place here. I normally try to do things cordially. That is normally how I go about things. There's only been so few rare times that I've actually showed. I think some of y'all for the mods, I think there's been certain times that y'all have seen me actually highlight. At least I think one person specifically, I think I highlighted him twice because he actually made a video of a video that I did from it might have been a live stream or whatnot or whatever. It like the dude was just talking crazy out there. I'm like, word? I'm like, man, you really talking something crazy. And at the end of the day, like I told a lot of folks out there, it's like a lot of the times when these dudes be talking real crazy, it's like at least I've done like live streams and videos and I've shown my face. It don't matter if I just woke up or whatever. I'll appear directly on the camera, start doing live streams, recording videos, because I'm like, yo, we got to get this work directly out there. But more so, I think one of the dudes from the past, I think probably were like four, maybe like 5 years ago. Yeah, that dude had nothing. He had no type of face, anything directly up there. And I'm like, yeah, I know why you don't. I'm like, I can listen to your voice and I can tell. But like I said, it'd be like that. It'd be like that. Those who can show themselves will. Those who can't, it'd be like that. Like I say, you got a lot of haters out there that do not show themselves. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. Or, some haters can just be stupidly brave. It'd be like that. What did Sham say? She said, I'm still sick too. I'm in my villain arc. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Now everybody else is in the villain arc now. We gotta be better, guys. We have to be better people. I gotta give the energy that y'all gave to me earlier. We have to be better people, guys. We cannot we cannot decide to be like our enemies. We have to be better than them. Gotta be better than them, It's crazy work out here. Sham said he wasn't cordial. I'm not gonna be cordial. We got Ken Masters directly in the building. What is it? Oh, you got the SNK versus Capcom 2, Ken Masters. Y'all respect that. I see you out here. I see you out there. I respect that. I respect that. I see that. Like I said, as a fighting game fan, I see you out here. Nothing much, man. Just sitting up here doing videos. Most said disclaimer, Seiji is not responsible for the actions of his mods. I'm just gonna put that directly up there. Gail said, who are y'all talking about? I'm lost. It's from a previous video. So Gail, if you look at the channel and you go to what's the name of that? The main one where I was talking about the Venezuelan president. If you go to that one, you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see what it is I'm talking about. D Money said, who is we? Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Sham said, when I feel better, I'll do better, I promise, as long as my voice is terrible. Terrible. Gail said, okay, I got you. But yeah, nothing much. Can we just send up here just talking at the moment? Because normally I would. And also, shout out to Tippy. I did see you up here earlier, Tippy. She probably went to sleep, started playing The Sims or Red Dead Redemption. Because I noticed that those are usually one of the main three things that woman does throughout all of these years being on this channel. Either one of the three, or she might be cooking right now and watching wrestling or something. But shout out to Tippy as well too. I did see you in here because normally Tippy would normally ask me if I saw her comments. I was just focused. But yeah, much love, respect, and appreciation. Shout out to all of y'all, being here, taking part in the conversation. Again, shout out to all the love, all of the support that you guys give me on an everyday basis. It does mean a lot. And again, I feel like a broken record saying it, but I like letting people know. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video and or live stream. Wait, what should I say? She said, LOL, I can't believe she plays Red Dead. I mean, Red Dead is not bad. It's just that it's a long game. It has a lot of stuff in there. A lot of stuff. It's a work in progress. I still didn't finish. I think I only made it like 1% in. And that was it. But yeah. Wait, what did D-Money say? D-Money said it must be nice for Tippy to live a luxurious life and take midday naps. Chef said, LOL, I'm scared. It's racism in there. Yeah, it'd be like that though. It'd be like that. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video and or live stream. Peace out.